Good morning, good morning. Back with another session of the Autopsy Simulator. I think the last time I played this, we ended with a little creepy scene with some skulls, and I told myself that that was enough for the night. But yeah, let's see how far we get today. How many more bodies we have to cut up. We do know that the protagonist of this game has a bit of issues. He takes medication heavily. He's refusing to contact a reporter who wants to write an article about his dead wife. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I would swear that I turned off this music. Um, Can I play this game with a keyboard and a mouse? Or do I have to use the control?
Forgive me. What? Fuck. I should take my pills. So much light everywhere. It's a shame these won't help with my hangover. The fucking phone.
What does mean get a wriggle on? What?
Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be there soon. It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh. God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought...
You're
it
dead.
was worth calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since... you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask, do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I
Clearly,
still have
Jack
some errands
has
to run
chosen
away.
to deal with this in a very unhealthy
Okay,
manner, but I mean, you
sure.
can't tell people how to
Sorry to
grieve,
keep
right?
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
This phone call
You
is
too,
taking very
Charlotte.
long. I want to know
was
what they
nice to
mean
hear
by
you.
get a wriggle on.
Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should
Tell me about
probably
it.
find something to send.
Y'all saw that just now? Or it was just me? I seeing things. This game might got me on edge, but you know what? Let's see. Let's see. Hmm.
It's always good to have something for a rainy day.
These are her earrings, I'm assuming.
She always believed she could change people for the better. Even me. She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck. She got it for her first day of work. She said it was for luck.
So I can't grab the other stuff.
It was a miracle that the coffee didn't wash off the writing. And that she said yes.
You proposed via coffee cup? Okay.
Till death do us part. I wasn't able to support her through this.
So I guess they lost a child? Come on, come on, come on.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam.
So this
It
is the
would be
best.
better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display, and not hidden in a drawer.
It's true. So thoughtful of you. So Alice was the redhead?
It's been almost a year.
Yeah, you living like this, bro. I hope I wasn't supposed to remember that
Okay,
address because
time to go to work. I'm seriously late. Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paper. An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these. I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way.
Is this working? I ain't dealing with no stairs. I don't deal with them really in real life. I ain't dealing with them here either. Uh-huh. Do I put them in here? What?
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world. Standard correspondence.
So where do you put the
for
mailboxes?
fuck's sake.
Is B.
Maybe they'll finally fix that door. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So you can't get out
Maybe
that
they'll
way.
finally fix that door.
Oh, so you have to walk all the way around here? Okay.
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay. All done here. Time to go. Ah, damn. I forgot my jacket. Ah, well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad. Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Nice and fresh. What air you breathing, brother?
Good evening, Mr. Ridley. Has Stephen delivered the body?
Mm-hmm.
Did he leave it where he usually does?
Uh-huh.
As always, it's a real pleasure talking to you.
If you say so.
Some
clearly does
corpses
not
have
like
more
you.
personality than this guy. Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
That's par for the course. I wonder when this clown birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work. Due to a lack of preparation, this time the lecture will be improvised. Oh, it's actually my birthday. Dorothy must have marked them down. It won't be needed for the next few months. I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. Ah, man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again? Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs. So today
We're
we'll
looking in
be
the camera
consolidating our
since
knowledge.
we're doing this for the
So,
students, yes?
where do I start? That's right, police folder.
He was right.
Ah, yes. Samantha Barker. Now I remember. There's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this.
Alright, so she was a singer.
When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy. After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show. Found in her own apartment by police patrol, officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. Well, let's see what settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. However, there are cases where a clothing analysis can lead to the cause of death.
Alright, so we have to remove the clothes from the cadaver. Yo, I should have adjusted this nudity. I forgot about that. I still didn't look up, like, if I could do that on Twitch, you know. But, alright.
Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body. And now, any suspicious-looking marks or wounds.
I should be able to do this in my sleep after I play this game, yeah? Alright, so this is
You
weird.
don't get such bruises from a normal contusion.
It's true. So that's weird.
Yes, I've seen this many times.
She was strangled?
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this. Well, there's even more here.
Jack, you sound very, very excited about that. Alright, so
A
we
few
have
we need to
the
look into
photos.
here.
The next thing is to put them on the board. But
Notes prepared. Time to take a closer look. Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was, undecided? The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle. Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue. More numerous blisters.
so
We
what
have
does
some
that
leads
mean?
to investigate here. Let's write this down. Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating on the neck of the deceased. Given the condition of the deceased, in general, although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggests that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poison. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary to be checked in the lab later. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis. But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp. I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty. Torso, empty without marks. Right hand clean. The left hand seems to be fine. No marks. Legs, There's nothing here. Ah, well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand.
This is where we're checking for rigor mortis.
And we check for rigor mortis. Again, the hand falls freely. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one.
Wait, does this have a little arrow here?
So, I'm starting the internal inspection. I dissect the skin of the deceased.
So I have a start for those, huh? Okay.
And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue. Now for the ribs.
Now we have to get the thing to cut your ribs.
What do we have here?
Her
Or
lungs
rather,
black
what
too.
don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just to be sure, I'm taking samples from 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will rule out, or confirm, alcohol poisoning as the cause of death. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge.
This man back with this thing again? Wait here, what was his shit?
What was it? 15, 70, 10, 75?
Can't remember.
Numbers have never been my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm lucky Alice always forgave me. Gently does it with this old thing. Handle with kid gloves.
How do I get this? No, but again. 15 or 70.
I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out. The laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell! Ridley! Mr. Ridley! The fuses need resetting. Where is he? Fuck it. I'll do it myself.
What the fuck? No, I don't want to see that part. Alright. And everything in the same storeroom. That got going? Yo, if anything jump out at me, alright? Alright. And close my eye and do it.
First the right, and then the left. And voila.
I frightened to turn wrong. Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace?
Okay. Okay.
Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve?
Cause you bothering me.
Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge strip the fuses again?
Yeah, eventually everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew. How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. They want me on site.
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck. Calm down, Jack. Pills. I need my pills. You heard him, Jack. A serious accident, yes. Nothing's going to happen.
The same gloves you were just touching up a dead body.
Christ. I've got to get back to work. technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need to. Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap. And miraculously, yes, the samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Alright, place the samples onto the rack. I can't remember this part. Where the rack is. They got a lab in here, right?
Alright, let's load this up.
I feel like all this should be in one
I placed
room.
the test tubes in the rack. Now, just take 5 milliliters from each.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so how do we do? Okay, I gotta do. Okay.
Precisely.
I might take a 5 milliliters of.
And the next.
Okay. So now I have to draw 10 milliliters. Okay. Um.
Five more.
I still don't understand that, but let me see if I can figure out what I'm doing for this last one. Alright, 15 milliliters. I get this part. Alright, so when I take it down, it's down, it's down. That's it.
We put the prepared sample into the machine.
Place the collected sample into the...
Let's see what we have here. The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death. Just slight inebriation.
I just want you to know, right? That shooting is completely different to this. Understand? And this clearly has some sort of elements with the supernatural, because why do we have these shadows walking about? Now that I can think of. Why do we have these shadows walking about? I saw something in the house, and I saw something just now when the lights went out.
The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death.
Understand?
However,
why?
Remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body.
And I feel like the music would have
It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating
give
its
some
rate,
sort of
and
clue
dilutes the blood, which may
that
result in more severe bleeding in the event of an
something is
accident.
about to
Also
happen. But I
remember
turn
that
off the
alcohol
music, so
affects the
when I get it,
metabolism of
it's just
drugs
a
in the
boom.
liver, which I'll now look at in more
Anyways, everybody
detail.
know how I feel about horrors. I trying something new, and I'll see how it works. So, all right.
First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body.
But didn't you do this already? Did you take something from the heart, the bladder, the eye? Oh, or
That's
something
enough.
else?
I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I remove the liver.
Okay, so we don't need that. I mean,
No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ. The weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged. I'll move on to a cross-sectional study. Perhaps the enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure.
shoot. Kind of rushed through that one, didn't I? Alright, I was trying to remember which analog stick it was.
No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside.
Okay, so we done here then?
The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substance? I move on to the heart. Oh. At a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack. The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates.
So we don't have a choice now.
I wonder how she was able to get hold of these drugs. The last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So he took another pill. He forgot again and took another
So
one.
is this going to be the same thing, the 15, 17?
Until he took the last one. That's why it's better to have amnesic drugs in
15,
boxes
17,
labeled with
sorry.
the days of the week. This sort of thing rarely happens anymore. Doctors tend to prescribe benzodiazepines. They are safer, but still shouldn't be combined with alcohol.
It's correct. Or do you need me to do that and then carry it back there or something? Okay, 1075. Okay.
We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again. It looks like our luck is in.
Alright, so we collecting the samples.
We can take the samples to the lab now.
I gotta go back in this hallway. Oh my goodness.
Okay, 2 samples this time. Six milliliters each.
Alright, we setting up you turning collect the first sample. $12 milliliters, set it up. Mhm.
Well, let's see how much of it we find. Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin.
Mhm. So what does that mean, brother?
Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach.
Okay. I figured that that's where we should have started since there's some sort of drugs involved, but I guess we need to be very thorough.
The test showed that the
Right?
collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out. Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection.
Mhm.
Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises. Not this time. We see remnants of undigested food and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident. Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach of the deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs, and then the nervous system. We'll see lungs are normal. No lesion. The deceased's trachea is normal. Complete. The deceased's intestine is normal. No clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
I thought that we did that first the last time, but not easy, brother.
I make a cut to open the lid of the victim's skull and remove the brain. is normal. No obvious lesions. Alright, I need to dissect it on a board. Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. As expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows? Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer. Alice. Saw. I need saw.
Oh my god, are y'all going
I
to
know.
basement?
I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning. Some of my previous cases, a reminder of more prosperous times.
I do not want to go in the basement, dude. Like, why?
Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
It's in the social room.
Why is the key lying at the... never mind. Thank you.
Hey, Hammond. Did you hear about the convoy? Well, maybe you'll get a chance to relive your glory days and catch Red Pete again, huh?
Let's hope they won't be in meat for that.
So I'm assuming that Red Pete is the person that killed his wife? Maybe? What's the social room?
If only he could put that much enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses. Please, may this be the last trip.
Please let it be the last trip. Where's the basement? It can't be in here, can it? That's the laboratory. That's the office. Do I have to go through this room? Do I have to go outside? I like this already. Is this it? Can't be, because it's not allowing me there. How do I get to the basement, yo? I don't think I could go through here. I can?
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident? Jack, take a deep breath. Deep, pleasantly cool breath.
It gotta be somewhere inside, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this shit. This makes absolutely no sense. Like, why would you have a spine saw in the basement? Oh my god.
Nearly finished with the autopsy.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear that shit, B.
Then
This is
go
a
home
setup for
and rest.
something.
I'll check. Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn hatch. Damn Red Pete. Will I... If only...
All right. All right. All right. All right. What the fuck?
Forgot this thing was
Yo.
standing here. It would be easier if I put things away properly.
You think?
Ugh, damn student lectures and their fucking props.
All right. I feel a little safer in here. Whew.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord. The spine is removed. If I don't take my pills, my head. I need to take my pills
You know,
now.
you're getting on my nerves with this pill thing. Like, bruh. Just keep them there if you need to be keep taking these so often. I'm so sick of this. You are an addict, B.
I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased. Ladies and
We could cross
gentlemen,
that out too.
almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body.
Or we can't.
The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates.
Alright.
Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded.
Mm-hmm. And didn't we... Okay, this is... Suicide?
Autograph, and we can start sewing.
But... Simple things. I don't know your name, but let me go. We done?
In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I think it was most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe. At home, it was a help and comfort. On death row, a farewell to the convicts. Well, that's the way it goes. It isn't the drug, but the dose that makes the poison.
Not pen another one there. I guess not.
Well, we're done for today. Thank you for your attention. Tiring day. I can feel those hunger pains coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way. A nightcap will do me good.
If you need to chill out.
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude. Alright, maybe three things. My whiskey on the rocks when I get home.
Alright, so that brings us to the end of chapter 1? No? Not yet.
So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to work.
Yeah, but we knew this morning. Alright, so I know I'm gonna see that one now.
This block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet.
I know that you see that one. Alright. Which floor was I? Am I number 3? This is not my apartment.
What? What? What the fuck?
Exactly. What the
but
fuck?
I locked it. I'm sure of it.
It is that man that we see downstairs. Alright.
Who the fuck
Woo!
did this? I don't have
Cannot
anything
wait to get
valuable.
this get done with. Oh,
Money.
you're feeling a
They
little
must have stolen
anxious.
the money.
There's the bathroom, right? Okay.
Great. That's all I need. Fuck! Ooh, what if it was Red Pete? Where? I need my pills. I can't get my thoughts together.
They should have stolen the pills. That's the truth.
Christ.
Yeah,
Why did the
dead
neighbors
then.
not report anything? I'm calling Stephen.
Hey Stephen, I know this can be deceiving, but I know what's how light in you.
Stephen?
Now, Jack, I told you, I'm going for a drink with you for another night in a row.
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I could do with one. Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone say anything? Have you called the police yet?
No, I don't think so. Anyway.
No, because
one
he's like he
contacted
can
me.
call you.
As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
All right. Do you want me to head round? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Money? From Alice's box? Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No,
Why are you
don't trouble
encouraging
yourself.
him,
Lately,
sir?
I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
All right. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know. Whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Stephen. Sorry
He
to
kind
bother
of
you
just
again.
did, Stephen.
I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night. I guess I should clean this shit up. Where to start?
You're joking, right? Oh my god.
Maybe I could barricade the door with this. I should pack this thing away. I have no interest in DIY at the moment. Now I'm sure Alice's family should really have some of these.
Okay, so we only cleaning up certain aspects. Close that door for sure. We don't want no light bill.
To be honest, I
That
could
can be
leave it
through the
like
roof.
this.
I mean,
There you go.
I don't see much of a difference, to be honest. Your house is a mess. Ain't even just like the bedroom, babe. The whole house is a mess. You see that there now?
I'm glad this didn't break. That's enough for now. Jeez, I'm exhausted. I'll get the rest in the morning. That's enough. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready.
When you just bed, brother. Look at this, the food, the same food. This is the second day that I food today.
I'm gonna be late for work again. Got my keys, got my files. Check. Oh yeah, I should take my pills. I feel like it takes me forever to finish these things. Time to go. Remember to close the door properly, Jack. I'll ask the neighbors tomorrow if they saw anything suspicious.
But I'm more sure that I closed the door the last time. Did I not close the door? I think I did.
Fix the coffee machine.
Yeah. I ain't hit. Did I go to the ground floor? Wait, what? Alright. Maybe I didn't hit the button properly. We can say that that's what it is. How much does a pathologist
Maybe a
mean?
bit
Oh, that
optimistic.
this man is living in
Better
this.
grab a coffee on the way. I'm exhausted. I wonder who Stephen brought in today. Good morning, Mr. Ridley. Oh, he's not here yet? No, I'll do without him. I hope he... Oh, come on. He was too lazy to even wheel the gurney to the autopsy room.
Get out here.
Almost there. Now for the tough part. The body needs to be moved. Where's Ridley when you need him?
Ridley said not today.
Alright. I just need some gloves and my apron. Then I can get to work.
So you did order the gloves? Is that what you're saying? Or do they have to put on the apron first and then take out the gloves? It's a specific order.
I'm going to
Okay.
need my tape recorder for this.
It's interesting that he doesn't even know, like, who it is. So really, tape recorder is now? Oh, well, you...
Autopsy dated November 22nd,
So really,
1991.
camcorder?
7:32 p.m. Led by Dr.
But what I'm
Jack
saying,
Hammond.
no. He doesn't even know who this is. As far as I can see, he just went in and picked up a body and kept it moving.
I begin by verifying the identity of the Jane Doe. Firefighters found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining that their tap water tasted strange. And at
Suppose
one
he opened
point,
his file and this
it
is
began
somebody
to
he
smell
knows.
and turn a dark color.
Yes.
It's most likely Harper Lloyd, age 35, found in a well-owned house by her neighbors Leonard and Dorothy Chelsea, reported missing for a week. Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties and subsequent brawls made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around. The last person who had contact with the deceased was her partner. Harper's last message read as follows: "I'm gonna take a shit in their stupid well. Then we'll see who has the last laugh." Nice one. It is also known that the deceased was diagnosed with affective bipolar disorder. Harper was placed on drug therapy, which she dropped out of fairly regularly. During her treatment, she was under the care of her common-law partner, Richard Benson, professional truck driver. I proceed to open the bag and check the state. The most important task in forensic identification of a drowned person is to distinguish whether the death occurred before or after entering the water. Okay, that could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes so as not to damage the skin. The deceased was found. One shoe was missing. I'm going to need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks. Definitely the first thing that stands out is the very advanced post-mortem gigantism.
You gotta take a photo to see it too. Why her eye missing?
The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale.
Why is it pulsing?
It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out.
The way you say that, sir, that's what we would like to know. Seeing them and taking the pictures. It can't be over there. What does it mean if it's pulsing though? Because I mean, like, it's white in this area. I'm trying to take the picture. Maybe the angle is wrong. I don't get it.
There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck.
Alright, we have
These
to
usually
zoom in.
occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater. There are some obvious scratches on the skin.
There we go. Back here, we're zooming in now.
The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time.
And something on her stomach.
Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body. That is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased.
That was it. Alright. I don't know. We got one more to go. Where is this last one?
The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove.
Now we put this on the board.
So, after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this. Today's date, the deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay, you can be sure it has subsided.
Tools.
Where to start? We see thick white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema.
That's her tongue.
Foam is a characteristic in deaths due to drowning.
Wait, I'm missing. No, this way one on.
There are obvious scratches on the skin, especially on the back and hands. These could be defensive wounds, evidence of some sort of altercation prior to death. The spots have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a typical sign of the death of the organism. Yep, pretty typical. Livor mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins. No obvious signs of struggle. The skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh. Some of the fingers have already lost their nails. Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the time, her feet are in better condition than her hands. Nevertheless, we can still notice a clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate it. I'd better note that down in the records. Hands heavily wrinkled from submersion in water, typical washerwoman's skin. Marks found on the neck and foaming at the mouth are typical signs of drowning people. Those abrasions appear relatively fresh. No healing or scarring is visible. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about this liver. Diffuse spots are caused by blood rotting in the veins. Considering the deceased's penchant for drinking alcohol, it could have been a mere accident. Fortunately, the skin on the hands didn't fall off. In this case, the question is, was drowning an accident or of suicidal intent? Maybe it's just abrasion, or maybe the result of a fight and being pushed into a well? Their distribution suggests that the victim was probably lying on her back when fished out of the water. Liver mortis of a different color could indicate poisoning with carbon monoxide, cyanides, or nitrates. A simple trip, loss of balance, and as a result, you end up in a deep hole with no way out. That's all for now. Before I begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct. The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere.
This is a suitcase.
Oh, here it is. With decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads and the fingers tends to shrink. To remove these shrinkages, a mixture of glycerin or air is used. If the body of the deceased is well preserved, fingerprinting is similar to that of a living person. The fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible. I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic examination. If in fact the deceased is in the police database, I will find her. Glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger. The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles. Now I take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink. I think it's enough. I'm getting fingerprint samples. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print. I'll use the fax machine to add the print into the system.
That machine better be in here. Did we thank God, yes?
Green button, and... Once the data uploads, I'll run the prints against the police database on the computer. Great, the data is there. Click upload. Now, go through the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun.
Oh my goodness, I gotta do this. It looks like this one here, look. So we gotta do here?
Hmm.
Okay.
One more. Analyze button.
GTA taught me to do this.
And we have a result. Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record. So, as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records. Great. Now I can go back to my inspection. I'm adding the name of the deceased. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick.
Tools.
If the victim was alive when she fell into the well, she must have swallowed water fighting for her life. And then diatoms, characteristics of pooled water like a well, got into the body. In the meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm sure that these algae traces will be found in the samples taken from the well where police found the body. Now I need to adjust the knobs properly and place the diatom in the center of the slide. Diatoms are single-celled microscopic algae. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with the aperture still. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, and perfect. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus. And perfect. Nah, too much. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. Nah, oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. Nah, oh, I'm finally starting to see something here.
So this zoom is okay?
I won't even notice an army of Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. Nah, too much light. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, and perfect. Nah, too much light. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. Nah, too much. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here.
Alright. So you're starting to see some here.
Nah, too much
This
light.
is not this
I
too
won't
much,
be
so we
able to
have
see
to go
the
back.
diatom's transparent walls. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. The aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here.
He told me it was perfect for the focus, right?
It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus. And perfect.
Good. So you gotta get perfect for this.
I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae.
Alright, so he said great, but it's just this one though that I can't.
Nah. Oh. I'm finally starting to see something here.
So it's somewhere in between here. Let's say beginning to stress me, boy. Like, where do you want this, bruh?
Nah.
No.
Too much
Too
light.
bright.
No. I'm finally starting to see something here. The
Just give
aperture
me
still
too
needs
dark.
adjustment. No. I'm finally starting to see something here.
Yo. Mm-mm. Thing is, no, this thing ain't even alright.
The aperture still needs adjustment. Oh. I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus. The aperture still needs adjustment. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here.
I do not get this here.
The aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. Oh.
Listen. You stressing me out. You are stressing me out. That's the first thing that come up there, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here.
I had a cross here.
It's not a dirty... And perfect.
It's perfect, but that ain't blurry as shit. I am confusion B.
It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. And perfect.
Is that perfect for everything?
As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution. Their upper part, epitheca, which overlaps the lower, hypotheca, is clearly visible. The presence of
Wow.
diatoms in the brain samples taken indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious. Since there were diatoms in the brain, it means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs will most likely confirm this hypothesis.
So being got cut open her head, everything else. So
I can finally get to the practical part. I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here.
now you gotta peel back the
You can immediately see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very
now
congested.
we gotta get
I proceed to remove the rib
birds.
cage. It's easy to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs for testing for diatoms. If diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Now, I remove the lungs and proceed to taking the lungs in my hand. I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema. In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a
the
nice
brain
imprint of the ribs. The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning. Corpses found in water are worth examining with a tomograph. However, I can't count on such luxuries,
Storage
so
room.
I must reach for a more archaic technology. A bucket and water.
Look at that! Look! You see that thing there? Look, bruh. Why do he? Why? I just wonder why these things.
Who? Has anyone been here?
Is this all in his
I hope
mind?
no one
Because
dipped
we
a
know
mop
he
in it.
low-key tripping.
It's best to go to the lab for this. Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide. The water should be at room temperature. That's enough. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here.
Okay, so you have to bring the lungs there.
Oh, Jesus.
What the Ras? Huh.
Of course, such a study isn't without flaws. Air
Why
may
isn't
have
this
entered
being
a newborn's
recorded anymore
airways
all of
during
a sudden? This is
resuscitation
what I want to
attempts.
know.
Gases released during decomposition could also give a false result. In this case, however, it's about something else. Namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface. Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily.
So,
Fluid could have entered the lungs during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer, so further investigation is needed. I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased. You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through. The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface. All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope.
that
If we find
is some
20
of that place
diatoms on the
to
slide,
take for
it can be
yourself.
considered
Yes?
drowning,
I'm telling
and our
you.
result is not false positive due to possible contamination.
But I feel like my reactions are warranted in this case. Lee. Like, why the body popping up? I'm looking back at here. Why these bodies in the corridor?
Let's see. Although I expect we'll find them easily.
I gotta do this shit
The
again.
aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. And perfect.
This is what we're looking for. No? So is something here not?
As expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them. I'll make a note of all this. So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway. So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it. Strongly developed putrefactic hemolysis the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease. move on to the next organ. This time, it's the liver. It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care for herself. Like most organs, her liver is at the beginnings of cirrhosis are visible in some areas. I transfer the organ to a board and proceed to dissect. The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci. I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased. Harper enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years. I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing.
Syringe.
It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged, probably full of putrid gases. I transfer it to the board and carefully open it, checking the contents.
Alright, but we have to do something now.
My own but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
I feel like I might have skipped something just now, but there we go.
One thing you'd never get used to is how much this desk smells.
My thing is, I'm very surprised that he's gone so far without going back for his pills.
Okay, the stomach is full of fluid and unidentified organic matter, which is probably leftover food. So let's check the diatoms. Again, but in a centrifuge for a change.
No,
The problem with examining drowned people is being able to show whether the death was due to drowning or whether it's my own but trusted centrifuge.
So he
Ideal for all the fluid tests I need
this
to perform during an autopsy.
Shit, so what is it? I'll go back in this passageway again. So he keeps moving the book that he has to use all the time back to the office. Alright. I ain't shut this window before. Oh, yes.
Okay, this is one last little sample.
$35 minutes, 25% speed, 35.
Now, set.
Does it 35? 35 minutes and 25.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the
I
police.
gotta find this corridor again.
I'm certain the analysis will show similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well.
I ain't never looking down there no more.
Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine. Okay, now it's the chromatograph's turn. Yes. The water sample matches the one provided by the police. Well, the results are quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting case. More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah, blah, blah. There's little left to do. I'm going to check the airway patency. Interesting. Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm moving to the board for further inspection. I dissect the trachea and open the organ. Inside, I find a wedding ring. This is interesting. Let me look at it. Based on the size, I can say that it's a woman's wedding ring. Quite standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside. What the fuck? But this is my ring. Alice's ring. But how did it? But this should be at home. I have it. At home. It's
Anybody that
I have to check this out.
broke into
Where are
his
my
house?
meds? Where the fuck are my meds?
Big man, I ain't even looking in that
Jesus
corner.
Christ. Please all make it go away. I have to check the apartment. It can't be.
Alright, so we leaving the body on the table.
Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley!
What's all the ruckus?
I need to go home. Immediately.
What? Now?
I have to. Have you seen anyone here this morning? Anybody suspicious?
Oh, there was no one. Dorothy was, but only for a moment, then she left. What's wrong with you, Hammond?
Okay. Thanks.
What about the corpse?
I'll come back, I promise.
It's not true there, Trishka. It's true here.
Jesus Christ!
I feel like he shouldn't even be driving. Maybe that's something that he should have called the same fella,
I have to
Steven.
check this out.
Maybe he should have even asked Ridley if, like, what he's seeing is real,
This.
instead of just jumping and going home.
Please be there. It can't be your wedding ring. It's not here. It's not. I need to
Hey,
go.
Steven, I know looks can be deceiving, but I know I saw a lot in you.
This is sick. Fuck. Come on, Steven. Pick up the fucking phone.
Hey. What's up, man?
They took the ring.
What? What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
One sec. You mean
So
burglary?
he didn't see the
You said
ring?
nothing was missing.
Yes, I know. I know that.
Is that his subconscious?
I don't know.
What
I
is going
was
on?
jittery. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, but that's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack. Breathe. What happened?
I found it in the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
Is he
What?
I don't know what's
a
going
psycho
on.
killer or something?
You think Red Pete wants revenge? He's playing with me. Huh? I knew it. I knew it from the beginning this was going to happen. I didn't make it up.
Jack, listen to me. Try to calm down. Don't leave the apartment. I'll be with you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane
One I
person
should
would
have
do
called the
something like
police
that?
second.
Fucking Ridley lets in whoever he likes as usual. What are you saying, Steve?
You're here to
Steven?
leave?
Don't leave me, man. Come on. Fuck. Oh, God, what now? Okay, Jacob.
I don't feel like you should be drinking, to be
I
quite
need a
honest.
drink. Jesus. What's going on?
Look like a Johnny bottle there.
Just one sip more. Yep. Jesus.
His character is giving me the heebie-jeebies, because I mean, great for him. And I know his
Okay.
wife died and everything, but still.
Yep. Okay.
And he ain't good sleep. Does this put me at chapter 3 now? I gotta take a break, you know. I'm trying to
These
figure out if we
reports will
should
kill
take
me
this
one day.
break here, or let me try to finish chapter 3. Let me see what's going on with him and this ring.
It's time to get to
Better
work.
get take a break. So wait, Steven showed up? What going on? Sand food there on the ground.
Fuck.
Did he dream all of that? What
Yes.
going on?
Hi, this is Charlotte.
Oh my god.
I guess I interrupted you again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi. No, I just...
Alright. Came back there quick.
wrote reports in those last sections, and I was just about to leave for work.
I always know when to call.
Yeah, definitely. What's up? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
Okay, nothing new. I had a few days off.
Oh, that's nice. Then... Did you have a moment to look for something for me?
Something for you?
Well... a photo with, the photo I asked you for?
It hasn't come yet? Oh, sorry, but I said it a week ago.
No, not yet. Maybe I'm too impatient. I'm
Why
sorry
don't
for
you have
rushing
your
you.
own copy
You
of
have
that?
so much on your mind, I thought maybe you forgot.
It's
If it
okay.
meant so much
No
to you.
worries. With my pills, Pills. I almost forgot to take my pills. So you see,
Yeah.
I have to go now.
Yes, sure.
Let me know if you still haven't received the letter. Then I'll try... well, maybe I'll find something else.
Oh, really? Could you? It would be great if you could. Really?
Yes. I know it means a lot to you.
Well, I won't hold you any longer. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Damn. Did I mess up the address? How am I gonna get those pills? Maybe I should invite Charlotte to do something herself. I should take out the trash first.
Where is it? I feel like the whole house is trash.
Ugh. Why is it so wet? Oh shit. Almost left the door open. I shouldn't be this tired. Fucking hell!
I'm not looking for them. Alright. I'm playing this game just as I would act in real life. Am I looking wrong? The dub says. Here? Is there a nut? Okay. Too many dumpsters, but alright.
You disgust me.
I'm not looking wrong. I even know who's that, but I am not looking
I
wrong.
wonder if
There we go.
Alice's mother has a film of this photo somewhere. I actually hadn't thought about it before. I should call her on Friday. Oh, God. Why do I like sleeping so much?
So I have questions.
Huh?
It's just me, Jack.
So I have questions. Because he was supposed to come back and deal with the body and he
Good
did not.
afternoon.
Isn't it a bit early for you?
I missed our invigorating conversations. Has Stephen brought the body?
Yeah, the trolley's in the hall. Maybe wheeling it to the dissection room will be invigorating enough for you.
So that's what Red Pete
I've
looks
missed how
like.
friendly and helpful you are.
Okay.
I think I'll get straight to work on this one. Focusing on
But
something
you didn't even
will
finish it
do me
last
some
one.
good. Christ, this one's heavy. Hey, Mr. Ridley, I need help. I can't lift this bag myself.
Really does not give two shits.
Ridley! Ugh, wasn't easy. But at least I can start.
Apron. We don't have to do the apron this toss?
A new package must have arrived. I guess Dorothy ordered it. I think I'll skip recording a video for the students today. They don't need to see me and the body. Ugh. And they'll still have the accompanying photos anyway.
Okay, but the last time he
November
didn't give an
27th,
excuse, so now I know what it is. And every autopsy that
5:14 p.m.
he
Conducted by
records a
Dr.
video.
Jack Hanman. James Evans Jr., also known as Evans, had previously been convicted of possession of stolen goods, robberies, and drug trafficking. There were also attempts to accuse him of leading a criminal group responsible for burglaries in the New Orleans area. What? Burglaries in the New Orleans area? This is... It's a rather strange coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
The body was found inadvertently in the woods near Peetsville. The dogs picked up the scent while searching for a missing boy. The deceased's father, James Evans Sr., is a local businessman. He was the one who reported the disappearance. At the time of the report, his son hadn't been home for 3 days. The body was found naked and mutilated. Clothes, probably belonging to the deceased, were found lying nearby. Police photos show that the body was not even particularly hidden, but only covered with a thin layer of soil, branches, and leaves.
So he did
Sounds
not care.
disturbing. I wonder what condition the body is in then. I'll start by opening the bag. Oh, fuck. I didn't expect this level of mutilation. This is going to be a dirty job. I'll check through the bag the police left. Maybe there will be something worth noting about the victim's clothes. Leather belt, plain cotton t-shirt, classic jeans. Well, dirty and torn. Certainly not my style. Is this?
They had a circle pop up there just now. Let me try this again.
Interesting. Most of the blood is visible around the neckline. However,
makes
after
sense, doesn't it?
decapitation, something's stuck here. It looks like some kind of ecdysis? Scale? This could point to an animal being responsible, mainly traces of soil. It's a bit like the perpetrator's pulled his shirt over his head. The bloodstains don't appear to be related to any injuries on the body. The deceased must have been unclothed before he was injured. A lighter, engraved with the police, it looks somehow... it's probably a coincidence.
I seen this. I know it's something I gotta be missing here, but where is it? Like,
Oh, you can push it?
here we go.
After all, what else could I expect? Weird. Someone obviously didn't want to put in the work. These clothes haven't been thoroughly searched.
Clearly. So it's more. Alright, so we open there. There can't be nothing else in the belt.
Traces of dirt mixed with blood. And here, another animal souvenir. It looks different than the previous one. The only thing I can tell from the clothes is that before his death, Evans had either put up quite a fight, or the attackers simply dragged him along the ground for a long distance. In turn, and this is certainly strange, the injuries themselves were inflicted only when he was naked. Okay, I'll take a look at the scales. They seem too different. Dorothy once brought an animal encyclopedia here. She performed an autopsy on an exotic animal smuggler.
The office.
The guy suffered an accident while transporting illegal animals. Not only were the police needed on site, but it took nearly a day to round up his cargo. Dorothy had a hard time with that case. Did the impact kill him? Or did one of the animals he was transporting do him in? They even talked about it on the news. People were terrified that some reptile would just come out of their can and grab him. Okay, the book. Who is this? All right. Which page was it? Local wildlife. I bet I'll find something here. Not this area, but Nile crocodile. Formerly worshipped as a god in ancient Egypt, and today just by kids at the zoo. How it... doesn't seem to be fake. Very similar, but the color is slightly different. Well, this scale makes more sense than the previous one. How did it end up here? So, either someone donned in crocodile products was around the deceased, or one of them attacked him. I'll examine the body and take photos. If an animal attacked him, there'll be traces. Ugh, Christ. Why am I so tired? Some coffee would be nice. What was I supposed to... the pictures. I'll have to show them to Dorothy. Too bad that we no longer keep our ranking. With something like that, I would come out on top. There's been a case like this for a long, long time. Alright. The deceased's skin is smooth and taut. This suggests an advanced stage of decomposition of the corpse.
I mean, you obviously got TSA in here, right? No?
This wound appears to have been made by a sharp instrument.
But this body is taking 9 pictures, so it's gonna be a little more intense than the others. No.
Nasty.
So this man has no genitals. Ooh. That's rough. That is rough, bruh. Why am I not even getting the wait prompt anymore? Okay.
Interesting. This needs to be investigated further. It's unlikely that a human would make such a wound. Such a wound could not have occurred during the victim's lifetime.
I have 4 more photos to go, and I'm not getting any prompts. So what's up? Oh, just wait here.
Oh, and as expected, there's a bite. No head. That's not hard to miss.
I feel like the genitals one should have been a point of interest too, but apparently not.
Evans couldn't have tied himself up like that. It looks like some sort of attack or kidnapping.
And how on more than 20 feet. And I zoomed in over the other
There
side.
are also clear traces
on
of the
his
deceased
feet,
ankles
and they
being
didn't give
bound
me
in some
anything.
way.
Okay.
I need to gather my thoughts together. And look, it seems that this case will have to be divided into several threads. I wonder whether the decapitation took... I have some suspicions about these marks. The work of animals can be seen here. The question is which ones. Like torn meat. But I can't tell from the photo what animal did this. This looks very promising. The bite is clearly visible. It should be easy to compare it with the encyclopedia and identify the culprit. I just need to make it a little bigger. It'll be faster than physically measuring the bite. I hope I put it in right. I can never remember whether it was image up or image down. At university, I didn't have this. Ah, fantastic. Practically a 1-to-1. Just some tracing paper, a pencil, and I can check these in the encyclopedia.
From my office. Come on, game.
Now, did I leave them in a drawer? Or maybe a box somewhere? Ugh. I don't remember if I left them out somewhere. They definitely pay me too little for this. Looks like I can tidy up after myself. Sometimes. A very, nature-driven case so far. I'll have to consult the encyclopedia again. Good thing Dorothy left it here. Otherwise, I would have had to run back to my place to get some.
That is not it. It could possibly be this.
The shape of the jaw appears correct, but not the teeth. What kind is this? Oh, yes. This turtle turned out to be a killer. I only need to concentrate on the crocodile chapter. The shape of the jaw appears correct, but not the teeth. It makes sense. This would also explain the molt found in the clothes. It turns out that some of the wounds can be safely blamed on local alligators.
So
However,
and then
we cannot blame them for the decapitation. It's not these animals we should be afraid of here. I should make some notes and start the autopsy.
I know that you see that, right? Bro. Alright, I definitely need a break.
Ugh.
Too anxious here. Too anxious. There we go. There we go.
And look for several stab wounds of varying depth and circumference. It looks like the killer might have missed before they finally hit the neck. It doesn't look good. Evans wasn't decapitated with one cut. Mississippi alligator. It's strange that an alligator would leave such a clear and smooth mark. The imprints are quite deep and even. From the looks of it, I'd say Evans was restrained with his own belt. The result of an animal tearing at its body, eaten skin, soft tissues, and genitals. There are even some teeth marks, but, well, it doesn't look like an alligator. The bite is firmly incorporated into the wound. A photo alone won't help me here. I need to make a cast and compare it.
Father Lord.
Looks like an uneven bite. It's worth taking a closer look at this. Maybe there will be some remaining teeth marks. Evan's right side must have been more attractive to the crocs and insects. Very strong binding marks. You can see peeled epidermis and small wounds. There's no end to playing zoologist today.
Clipboard time? Oh. You want me to say the globe cast? Or should I just...
I need a tool with dental impression cement. Can I find it here? No. It's probably lying somewhere around in the lab.
You're killing me, bruh.
I hope the cement hasn't expired.
So where is it again?
month after the due date. That could be worse. Now I need to cover the bite area. Wait until it hardens. I think it's ready. The cast looks quite contaminated from the other wounds in that area.
It's already teeth marks, very small too.
Well, let's hope the imprint turns out better. Brush, ink, and paper. Similar to taking fingerprints.
So you
Paint
gotta
over
do
the
all of
area. And put a piece of paper on it. That's very strange. I'll run it through the fax and check it on the computer. I really don't want to believe what I'm seeing.
Because it looks like it could be a human bite. That's crazy.
Loading. Ugh. What? Wow. This is, well, this is quite unexpected. Human teeth. Oh, fuck. I need to tell this to Stephen.
I'm down. Nah. Shoot. It too. This one, I didn't see that one. Right.
Maybe not everything is cataloged correctly.
But don't.
Loading. It'll probably take a while.
I gotta do something else though. Is that correct? It's not looking so to me. don't feel like that's just either.
Loading. It'll probably take a while.
Alright, so now the last set of teeth. This one.
Loading. It'll probably take a while. Finally. What? The partial impression I have may match several people. Okay, this one is in prison, so he's out. Another in prison. No, here's someone with quite interesting tendencies. Oh, he's dead. It doesn't fit. This one doesn't either. I'm afraid this will remain a mystery. The killer's profile is getting more and more interesting. I'm going back to the body. I need to make a note before I start the dissection. You can see that the tool used was sharp and smooth. So, what if it was in the hands of an unskilled person? They look quite shallow. Someone must have inflicted these with some sort of primitive tool. Torn tissue, lacerations, bite wounds. Maybe something chased that alligator away before it bit down properly? For obvious reasons, I record decapitation as the cause of death. I need to verify how deep these wounds go. If they puncture the organs, the abdominal and genital area are supplied with plenty of blood. If the perfect breeding ground for larvae. Alligators rarely kill humans. Man. I was hoping for an easier case.
Me too.
Time for internal analysis. Finally. First of all, I'll try to determine whether death occurred before the decay. With the scalpel, I'll open the deceased's chest. I cut deep, in a straight line, avoiding the navel.
Why he doesn't cut in the Y shape for this one? This is what I would like to know.
We see a lot of fat tissue under the skin.
So this could be rough. Ugh.
When I remove the ribs, I expect to see even more fat on the organs. Correct. High levels of internal fat, organ size above average due to obesity. I move on to the lung, and the deceased smoked cigarettes. But more importantly, you can see that the lungs have and this is the culprit. Well, it didn't look like the holes were that deep. Such hemorrhage could have been caused by hitting the chest with a blunt object, or a puncture directly affecting the organ. They appear to be of different depths. The cross-section is uneven.
But that wasn't the only thing, so I may not be able to mark.
Open pneumothorax should be added to this. The deceased could have experienced extreme hypoxia, and, as a result, obstructive shock. I wonder what the heart looks like then. The organ is enlarged with very clear, light yellow traces of steatosis on the surface, but similarly to the lungs, there is a trace of puncture with a sharp object. In pneumothorax, the heart rate increases. In the event of such a wound, this would mean bleeding out faster and more. In turn, a sudden increase in the amount of fluid in the pericardial cavity.
He had a lot of blood in his body.
Cardiac tamponade. which is also a life-threatening
His heart
condition.
is also punctured. Did I not select that? I done mark the damage. Was the problem here now? Oh, that's there's more damage.
Evans,
Okay.
however, is remarkably clean, considering this turn of events. This all looks quite disturbing. I wonder if I'll find anything. The organ is fatty and enlarged. The beginnings of cirrhosis are obvious. Well, that's it. This time, nothing to write home about. So, I proceed to carefully... Like most other organs, it is fatty and clearly enlarged, not to mention swollen.
Yes.
Partially due to gases, but mainly due to the deceased's lifestyle.
I'll be back. Alright.
I take the organ to the cutting board. The outside is intact. I'm going to check the contents. It sounds like there's an unusually large amount of undigested, and now rotten stomach contents inside. Blood. Evans had to swallow it due to his injuries, which means he was still alive when he was brutally wounded in the chest. Only the trachea left to be examined. Surprisingly, it's not damaged by the decapitation. I move on to cutting it open. Okay. I carefully cut And... blood, just as I expected. Evans not only swallowed it, but also choked on it.
So he suffocated.
Looks like I can wrap this up. Let me tie this together. After he was abducted, stripped, and tied up, he was dealt several penetrating blows to the chest. Then his head was cut off. Evans was deprived of his genitals, and the body served as an easy meal for the animals. Even though there were a lot of injuries on the body that could cause death, it was the decapitation that ended Evan's life. The animal bites in the limbs occurred after death, so there's no reason to treat these as the cause of death. The damage to the lungs and heart must have led to severe hemorrhaging, so there's no doubt that Evans was choking in bloody convulsions. But it didn't last too long, which I conclude from the small amount of blood in the stomach and trachea. I never thought I'd ever wish someone to have a heart attack, but in this case, it would have been better for him, in some way. It can be said with certainty that James Evans was murdered.
I feel like some freaky shit can happen as soon as I end this case, but you know what? Let me do the script. No, shit. That's supposed to be.
Oh well.
Don't know.
I
Man,
need to
signed like
stitch
2
this poor
different
guy back
signatures
up.
since I started playing this game.
It's really bothering me. Something's not right here. Because even now, the organs are relatively clean. The skin around wounds also, it's like, someone pumped it out? Christ. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'll leave these questions for the police to solve. And now, I get to head home. It's a fucked up thing. I'll hold off taking long walks in the forest for the near future. I have a feeling that it won't end with just one body.
Ah, boy. Let me keep looking at the ground, yes?
Good night, Mr. Ridley. The body's ready to be picked up.
Sure. Good night.
At least he said good night.
I think it's the first time in a long time that I finished work at a decent hour. Okay. Oh, come on. Fuck! When did I get a flat tire? What the fuck?
No, somebody.
Fuck. I'm going to Ridley's. Maybe he saw something. Ridley, you know what happened to my car?
Oh, what happened to your car?
All the tires are fucking flat!
Well, it happens. Don't you have a spare in the trunk?
Spare ones in the trunk. No one carries 4 fucking extra tires. In the trunk!
Jesus, Handman, calm down. I'll call you a taxi.
Calm down? That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Have you seen anyone around here? Someone strange? Suspicious?
Except you? No.
Haha, funny. I don't find all these jokes amusing, you know.
What jokes? Handman, what's wrong with you? It's just tires.
Such things are not a coincidence! What's wrong with me? Things keep happening. Last week, and now this?
Just go wait
Really
for the
does
taxi,
not
okay?
hear me.
Fresh air would do you good. Neither you nor I will do anything about it now.
Neither you nor I will do anything?
What have you been doing all day? Surely something like this can't just be overlooked.
Maybe you should go outside and cool down. I'm calling a taxi.
Cool town. I just want to sleep.
Alright, so I think this is where I can take a break. Thank you for tuning in. I'm out.
It would be easier just to move in and live here. I doubt I'll get